When people talk about childhood trauma, most will think of things that are easy to see. Big arguments, shouting, clear wounds, moments of crisis that anyone can look at and know something is wrong. But there is another kind of wound that is much quieter. It does not come from what happened. It comes from what did not happen. No one asked how you were feeling. No one sat with your sadness. No one was truly curious about your inner world. And that emptiness is what many people carry for decades without ever knowing its name. Psychology calls it childhood emotional neglect. This does not always mean a bad childhood in an obvious way. Many people grow up with a home to live in, food, to eat, school, to attend, and still hear the words, "Your parents love you." But what they did not have was emotional attunement. There was no adult helping them understand their feelings. No one reflected back to them that their sadness was real, their anger had meaning, and their hurt deserved to be seen. And when that is missing for too long, the child does not think, "Something is wrong with this environment." The child thinks, "I just have to adapt." The problem is that those ways of adapting grow up with you. On the outside, they look like personality, like good habits, like life skills. You are praised for being strong, independent, well-behaved, easygoing, and not bothering anyone. But very often, underneath those compliments is an entire survival system built to fill the place where healthy affection should have been. If you have ever felt that you seem very okay on the outside, but inside there is something tired and lonely that is hard to name, subscribe to the channel and keep watching. Because the deeper we go, the more you may begin to name the things you have carried for too long without understanding why. The first sign is very easily mistaken for a strength: extreme independence. You do everything by yourself. You do not like asking anyone for help. When something happens, you endure it alone. When there is a problem, you figure it out alone. When you are in pain, you carry it alone. When life becomes messy, you solve it alone. From the outside, society loves this kind of person. People call it strength, maturity, not being a burden. But from a psychological perspective, this is often not pure strength. It can be a response formed after asking many times and not being answered. When a child reaches out again and again but only meets indifference, annoyance, or silence, they learn a very cold lesson: needing other people is dangerous. And when they grow up, they delete the ask for help button from their system entirely. The second sign is that you do not truly know what you are feeling. Someone asks, "How do you feel about that?" And your mind goes blank. Not because you are hiding it, but because you genuinely do not know. In a healthy childhood, adults help a child name their emotions. You are sad because your toy broke. You are upset because things did not go the way you wanted. Sentences like that teach a child that the emotions inside them are real and can be understood. But if you grew up without that emotional mirror, you gradually become disconnected from your inner world. You still feel, but you can no longer read what you feel. Many people reach adulthood with an emotional life that feels blurry, distant, as if they are watching their own life through a layer of glass. The third sign is that you over-explain and apologize too much. You are 5 minutes late and immediately tell a long story to prove you are not irresponsible. You buy something ordinary and still feel the need to justify it. You ask a question in a meeting and automatically begin with "sorry." You apologize when someone bumps into you. You apologize because your house is a little messy, because you are bothering someone, because you exist. These reflexes do not appear out of nowhere. They often develop when a person grows up feeling that every need, preference, mistake, and even their presence must have a very good reason in order to be accepted. At that point, apologizing becomes a strategy for making yourself smaller before someone else has the chance to criticize you. The fourth sign is more subtle: the social chameleon effect. You read the room very quickly. You sense other people's moods before they can even name them. You change your tone, your rhythm, your way of speaking, and sometimes even your opinions depending on who is in front of you. From the outside, people may praise you for being perceptive, emotionally intelligent, and easy to get along with. But for many people who experienced emotional neglect, this is a form of hypervigilance. When parents do not create a stable emotional foundation, the child is forced to study faces, atmosphere, and small signals to know when things are safe, when things are dangerous, and when they are allowed to ask for something. If you feel that you are always very good at tuning into other people but do not really know who you are when you are alone, comment the number 8 below. Because that may not just be social skill. It may be an old survival strategy still running. The fifth sign is that you constantly second-guess yourself and easily fall into the caretaker role. You do not fully trust your own feelings. A small decision gets reviewed again and again, An email that has already been sent must be reread many times. A normal sentence can leave you wondering all day whether you said something wrong. Why? Because your inner compass was once not trusted. When a child says, "I'm sad," and receives the response, "No, you're just tired," they gradually learn that their own feelings cannot be trusted. At the same time, many people also grow up receiving recognition only when they are useful. They become the listener, the fixer, the one who puts out fires, the one who repairs other people's lives. And slowly their self-worth is no longer based on who they are, but on what they can do for someone else. That is when a very painful trap appears: worth based on service. You are the person everyone comes to, the reliable one, the one who carries things for others, the understanding one, the one who stays behind to clean up everyone else's emotions and problems. But when it is your turn to have a crisis, you disappear. You do not call anyone, you do not ask anyone, you do not let anyone see your weak side, because deep inside, receiving still feels dangerous. It feels like a debt, a trap, a dependency that could lead to disappointment. This is why many people are deeply kind to others yet extremely cruel toward their own needs. They do not know how to receive love normally because in their nervous system being helped still feels abnormal. The sixth sign is chronic hesitation. What should we eat today? Which shirt should I wear? Which restaurant should we choose? Where should we go? These questions may sound small, but for many people who experienced emotional neglect, they are difficult. Not because they are easygoing, but because they have buried their own preferences for too long. When you were young, if expressing what you wanted led to being ignored, criticized, or made to feel like a bother, you gradually stopped asking yourself, "What do I want?" You learned to look at other people first. What do they want? What will keep the peace? What will cause the least trouble? Over the years, the connection to your own intuition fades. So when someone asks, "What do you want?" your mind really does go blank. It is not that you have no desires. You have simply stopped listening to them for too long. The seventh sign is that you fear conflict more than other people understand. You say you hate drama, you like peace, you do not want tension. That sounds mature, but many times underneath it is a very old fear. In an emotionally neglectful environment, even a small disagreement could lead to coldness, withdrawal, or the loss of the little attention that was already rare. So you learn to swallow anger, soften your boundaries, let things pass, and go along with others just to keep the surface calm. But what is the cost? You betray yourself many times. For many people like this, silence after conflict does not feel peaceful. It feels like being abandoned. If you recognize that you always choose harmony at the cost of your own truth, comment the number 9. Because what you call being gentle may actually be an old fear that has not been healed yet. If you see yourself in many of these signs, the first thing to remember is that there is nothing wrong with you. Your brain did exactly what it had to do in an emotionally deprived environment. It created armor so you could survive. And that armor once helped you. It once saved you. But now it may have become too heavy. Healing is not about fixing a broken version of yourself. It is about going back to care for the part of you that was once forgotten. It begins with very small steps, saying what you want to eat instead of saying anything is fine, pausing for 5 seconds before apologizing for something that was not your fault, allowing someone to help you with one small thing even though you could do it yourself. You are allowed to need. You are allowed to receive. You are allowed to bother the people who truly love you. Thank you for watching until the end. If this video touched something very deep in you, please like and subscribe to the channel, and send it to someone who always seems too strong but in truth has simply been wearing armor for too long.